Welcome to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Tournament, and welcome to Kansas City for the 29th edition of the Big 12 Tournament. 16 teams, 4 games today on day one, starting with the 13-seed Baylor and 12-seed Arizona State. 4 games today, all on ESPN Plus, and a great atmosphere here in Kansas City. We're going to see some great action today, including 10-seed BYU and A.J. DiBonsa. Winner of our game here faces the 5-seed Iowa State tomorrow, and from there, 4-seed Texas Tech waits in the quarterfinals. With that, we say hello and thanks for joining us. Alongside Miles Simon, I'm Mike Monaco. Thrilled to be here for the best conference in college basketball. We've got 16 teams here in Kansas City, and of course, the usual firepower at the top. We've got 5 teams who right now are projected to be top 16 overall seeds in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, these teams at the top of the conference, and you talk about Arizona, the champions of this conference, elite teams that can get to the Final Four and make deep runs.
Arizona is the 1 seed here. They've had streaks of 23 straight wins and 6 straight wins as we dig into our tournament storylines. The regular season champions in the Big 12 set the stage, and then we got the biggest stars in the sport here as well. The likely top 2 overall NBA draft picks with Darren Peterson in Kansas and DiBonsa in BYU.
Well, first, what an accomplishment by the Arizona Wildcats to win this league by 2 games. Was a tremendous thing that they did, and they pounded you with on the inside. And then these 2 guys, 2 of the best players in the conference, 2 of the best players in the country, and DiBonsa and Peterson, tremendous seasons by those guys.
Jaden Bradley, as of yesterday, Big 12 Player of the Year for Arizona. And then we got 2 teams here trying to secure places in the NCAA tournament, UCF and Cincinnati, who we're going to see in the next game.
Well, UCF enters this tournament on a little bit of a skid, losing 3 in a row. And then Cincinnati, over the last few weeks, playing some of their best basketball of the year under Wes Miller.
We got star power in this first game of the day, too. Mo Odom and Arizona State, who has won 2 of its last 3, including some giant-slaying victories. They've got wins this year against Texas Tech and Kansas, going up against a Baylor team you just saw 2 potential first-round picks in Tunde Yesufu and Cam Carr.
Yeah, this is going to be a super fun game. Mo Odom is like really one of the most fun players to watch in this conference. He's so dynamic with his scoring, his passing ability, and then you got the 2-headed monster for the Baylor Bears in Tunde Yesufu and Cameron Carr, 2 of the best wings in the Big 12.
The Big 12 tournament is underway from Kansas City, and off we go from T-Mobile Center. Baylor starts with it. It's a Baylor team right now, perhaps playing its best basketball of the season. They've won 3 out of 5. And the 2 losses in that time, well, they were against Arizona and Houston. And Baylor had 10-point leads on both teams in those games. Early turnover from Isaac Williams, and Arizona State with the takeaway. And Mo Odom is still down for the Sun Devils behind the play. Starting lineups for Arizona State, and so much is predicated on Mo Odom, the charismatic senior point guard at 17 points per game. Like he hit his head on the floor.
Yeah, as he was going for that loose ball, he takes a little bit of a spill. Looks like his feet gets tangled up. Yeah, he bangs his face on the floor. Mo Odom is the guy that ASU can least afford to lose in this game.
He has meant everything to Bobby Hurley this year, who was saying to us yesterday about Mo Odom, the kid is fearless and a fighter. No surprise, Mo Odom good to stay in the first minute of this game. Here's Massamba Diop, 7'1" freshman from Senegal, had to get it up, and an early good defensive possession for Baylor. Cam Carr had it taken away in transition, comes right back to Caden Powell to start the scoring.
Well, for Arizona State, as they come down here on offense, Mo Odom is the key for this team. He's the engine. He's the leader of this team. He's got to touch the ball, be effective tonight in leading the offense.
Santiago Truitt underneath, scoring on Tunde Yesufu.
Yeah, and that's where you're going to see Truitt play tonight. Mostly in that dunker spot, almost all finishes, just in the paint area, energy guy for Bobby Hurley's team.
Redshirt sophomore from Argentina who transferred in from San Diego. Baylor coming off a win Saturday against Utah, 101-75. Late shot clock, and Cam Carr misfires from deep.
Both offenses a little stagnant these first few possessions.
A lot of ball screens in the Arizona State offense. Noah Mayusin, first-year player from Belgium, missed it. And big Tunde Yesufu ripped down the rebound. Carr attacks in transition, and he gets fouled by Santiago Truitt. Bobby Hurley's in year 11. Of course, so much chatter around him recently. Final year of his contract. We asked him about all of that yesterday. He said, look, all this is the inevitability, just like anything in life. Things will come full circle for you. But he told us he has tried to stay so focused on the players. He's been worried about, hey, this might be Mo Odom's last college game. That's where he has invested his energy.
And that's a great approach and mindset to have if you're Coach Hurley. You just live in the present, and the same thing you tell your players. Control what you can control. Coach Hurley can't control anything that's going to happen after this game or after the season for this team and program and for himself. But, man, he can coach these guys to the best of his ability today and try to get them on a streak here in March.
And that's what the players will tell you, too. They're trying to go on a run for their head coach. Mo Odom and Pig Johnson both said that to us yesterday.
Yeah, this is a team and players that are heavily invested in Coach Hurley. They believe in him. They want him to be around. They've enjoyed playing for him. And you can tell they compete for him every single time they step on the floor.
Soft touch from Andrija Grebovic, the 6'11" junior from Montenegro. Here's Isaac Williams at the control for Baylor. I mentioned that Carr and Yesufu have been the two stars for Baylor, but Williams, 10 in the green. He's been a huge key for him recently.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Isaac Williams. He's going to be a excellent player in this league for years to come. Touches the paint, good leader, one of the best athletes on this Baylor team.
Yesufu, no dice in the mid-range, and Mo Odom the rebound for the Sun Devils. A lot of ball screens, and if you look by the numbers this year, Baylor has struggled, as much as anyone in the Big 12, defending ball screens. Post entry for Santiago Truitt, who had the mismatch. Couldn't get it to go over the left shoulder. Baylor runs. Carr rises. Swirls one out. Carr has shot it better recently. 40% from three for the season. Part of the reason why he's a top 25 NBA draft prospect according to our ESPN rankings.
Well, Carr does so many things for this Baylor squad. Super athletic, good defender, good with his hands, and then you see the nice move by Mayusin right there to knock that shot down. But Cameron Carr, man, I spent some time around him this summer at the Nike Skills Academy, where his teammate Tunde Yesufu was there, Yaxel Lindeborg, Braden Smith, and boy, he made an impression on me because of his athleticism, his work ethic, and then his shooting ability is off the charts.
Yesufu, no dice in the mid-range, and Mayusin the rebound.
You mentioned there's been a ball screen nearly every possession so far for Arizona State, but they haven't been able to take advantage yet.
Mo Odom scoreless so far, working on Cam Carr and turns it over. Looking for Masamba Diop. Carr in transition. A lot of contacts and no foul, but it will stay at this end of the floor with Cam Carr a little bit slow to get up for Baylor. So Cam Carr in some discomfort, and we will check on him when we come back to Kansas City. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Season recap for Arizona State here as the 12 seed. They had a great run in Maui early in the season. It was Maui Mo who led them to a runner-up finish and also helped author two massive wins this year. Texas Tech and then most recently against Kansas last week. And Mo Odom's got his fingerprints on all of this. And look, the Pepperdine transfer told us yesterday, he leaves college basketball whenever this run ends full of gratitude. He said he always dreamt of playing at this level. He said it's the best conference in the country. He said we were picked last, but to have moments like beating Texas Tech, beating Kansas last week, he said it's something he'll never forget.
Yeah, and what I love about Mo Odom's story is that he has worked his way and earned his way to his spot on this Arizona State team and playing in the Big 12 and being one of the best guards in the Big 12. And as Coach Hurley described him to me today, he's just a fighter. He's so fearless, plays a lot bigger than his size, and he refuses to allow us to lose. And I love that. I would love to coach a player like Mo Odom.
Bobby Hurley said there are some times where this season teetered on the brink, and Odom just wouldn't let it happen. Tunde Yesufu scores first points for the true freshman from the African country of Benin. 18 points a game, honorable mention Big 12.
Yeah, and if you don't know about Tunde Yesufu, he is one of the best freshmen in all of the country, not just the Big 12. Young man from California who left California high school basketball as the all-time leading scorer, and then it got broken this year by Jason Crow Jr., young man who's a top 5 player in the country going to Missouri in the fall.
There's Pig Johnson, had it blocked at the rim by Isaac Williams. It's run down by Truitt, but a shot clock violation. And how about the hops on the 6'1" point guard Isaac Williams?
Now let's remember, that's not new for Isaac Williams. Here he comes from the weak side, excellent help, and he does it without fouling, but that's his 17th block on the season. Okay, he's one of the guard leaders in blocks in the country. Super athletic.
More on his plate right now. Remember, Cam Carr, who got dinged up going to that break, is on the bench right now for Baylor. He was just getting checked out. Appears to be okay. He is seated in the middle of the Bears bench. Williams goes spinning into the paint against Masamba Diop.
Good defense by Diop on the switch.
Yesufu can't hit from 3. Odom runs it down for Arizona State. Johnson attacks in transition, took the contact, lost the handle, and more good defense from Isaac Williams.
Yeah, he did a great job of just putting his body in front, putting his chest in front of Pig Johnson and causing that turnover.
Scott Drew just got career win number 500 on Saturday. Amazingly, his 23rd season at the helm. Post entry, Dan Skillings got in too tight against Johnson. Sun Devils run again, and Odom turns it over again. Skillings runs it down, and he's blocked by Johnson.
What a play by Pig Johnson. The recovery right there. Arizona State sloppy with the basketball here in the early going. Too many turnovers, and then the transition opportunity, but that timing with the two-hand block, and he nearly hits his head on the bottom of the backboard.
Oh, he is fun to watch. He brings some burst to this Arizona State team. Michael Rataj, the German-Oregon State transfer, missed it, and Arizona State's got it up 6-5 in a low-scoring start to the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, I almost feel like both these teams are getting their nerves and butterflies out. You know, like when you're playing in the tournament, in a tournament atmosphere, and you know it's one and done, you can, it almost happens two ways. Either you come out like gangbusters and you're hot and you're ready to go, but I feel like both of these teams are just a little bit too tight, a little bit too nervous, trying to be too perfect in the game right now. Great high-low action right there for the finish.
First points from Masamba Diop, rookie from Senegal, who averages 14 points and 6 rebounds per game. A guy with what Bobby Hurley thinks is first-round upside in an NBA draft.
And there's a lot of scouts that he can show that potential to here in the building today.
Obi Agbim, sixth-year senior, cut off on the baseline. Tough two won't go. Loose ball down to Agbim and an offensive rebound. Agbim flashed. Shot fake, step back. Can't knock it down. Skillings attacks the glass and scores.
What a rebound by Skillings, crashing from the perimeter. Nobody puts a body on him. That's of a big concern for Bobby Hurley and his team. Hurley mentioned it to me this morning, just said, our team is not great rebounding team. We got to put bodies, play with a sense of physicality. And Skillings takes advantage there.
And Baylor's an elite offensive rebounding team. One of the best in the country. Pig Johnson sinks a 3.
Now he lit up this Baylor team last time when they played, 20 points. He's one of the nation's best six men.
That was one of Anthony Pig Johnson's 3 highest scoring games of the year.
And when you say Anthony, okay, I taught him, and Coach Hurley said it took him about 2 weeks before he felt comfortable enough to even call him Pig.
That's what everyone knows him as, and he is making a statement here off the bench. Pig forces a timeout. Doing it on both ends, and the Sun Devils are up a half dozen.
And how about Pig Johnson getting dirty early for the Sun Devils? First with the block, tremendous defense by Pig, and then you say, you give me enough room, I'm gonna knock down this three-point shot.
The main obstacle has been the same throughout my life is you're not big enough, you're not fast enough, you're not strong enough. And so just kind of having that chip on my shoulder of like, all right, head first down some ice, that's the way we're gonna go. Working with KRT Athletic Muscle Cream has helped me improve every aspect of my physicality. So being able to have my muscle, my joints, and my tendons healthy, not cramp up, and be ready to achieve the extra reps, because those extra reps are what's gonna make the difference between a medal and a non-medal.
Hell of a good.
Seriously? No hell of a good dip? Whoa, creamy. A double dip. Where's Jill?
Hell of a good.
It's not a party without hell of a good.
Hell of a good.
Hello?
Old Trapper Beefs. Pack smash.
My peanut butter and jelly. Ew.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess my ham and cheese didn't make it.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Now that's a great view.
Yep.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
No nights off in the Big 12. Every matchup is personal. Every game is a battle. And everyone is coming for your spot. Bring that pressure right to the paint. Game on the line. Clock winding down. Fans on their feet. 30 years strong, and now we shine so bright they can't help but watch. This is where every month feels like March. This is Big 12 men's basketball. This is a different league.
Baylor is 16 and 15 overall this year. They're the 13th seed and got off to a 10-2 start to the season overall. But they began Big 12 play at 1-7. It was right around Christmas when famously James Nagy joined the Bears, former 31st overall draft pick. He comes off the bench for him. And these are the stars, Cam Carr and Tunde Yesufu, for a Baylor team playing its best ball of the season right now, Miles.
Yeah, those two guys are the leaders and the guys that make this team go. There's dynamic scorers on the wing position, and then they're just kind of filling in the parts around those guys. Isaac Williams, new to the Big 12, Ratai, a transfer, and then you see the pressure right here by Arizona State. This gave Baylor problems when they played earlier in February.
It's a big reason why Arizona State had the lead by 10 at one point in that game. Scott Drew said to us this morning he feels like they're a lot better against the press so far, but right away it causes problems for James Nagy and Baylor. Grebovich cans a three.
Good action against the zone. Ball movement side to side. Grebovich with the pop, and then ready to shoot that ball and knocks down the three.
Trevor Best into the game off the bench for Bobby Hurley, with Arizona State on a 10-2 run. Good to see Cam Carr back, and he answers with a triple of his own.
Good job of being shot aggressive. They run him off the little baseline action there, and then he gets his shoulder squared right away, and at 6'5", he can shoot over the defender.
Carr, 13 Big 12, 6th in the conference in scoring with those 19 points per game. Mayusin hoists. And And hits. Friendly roll for Noah Mayusin.
Tough shot there by Mayusin. That was highly contested. He actually thought he got fouled by the landing space.
Saw Bobby Hurley agrees with his sophomore guard from Belgium. Best hounds Williams and forces a turnover.
But how about Mayusin playing the passing lane right there? Now on attack mode.
Dropped it off for Alan McCabe, who gets bumped and fouled by James Nagy.
Well, Cameron Carr, one of the best shooters in all of college basketball. Okay, he comes off the little pin down. You watch him underneath the basket. Mayusin's trailing that like he's supposed to, but you get your hand up a little bit too late, and Cameron Carr makes him pay. Excellent footwork and shot release by Cameron Carr.
Year and a half with Tennessee, left the program midseason last year. Bryce Ford's a shooter, and he misses it, and Mikey Ratai clears it.
And I thought it was great. Bobby Hurley told us, he said Cameron Carr, a lot of his development came from being at University of Tennessee and the things they did with him there. And he was just ready to perform and play here, even though he didn't get a ton of action as a volunteer.
Williams got caught in the air, and Best lays it in.
The energy that the Sun Devils are playing. Look at their bench. They're up. They're excited. They want to be here early in the morning. They're competing. You love to see that from Bobby Hurley's team.
Carr attacking, and he gets fouled by Alan McCabe.
Well, Arizona State, the activity that they have on the defensive end, right? Look at the help. Two bodies come over. They swarm without fouling. The great vertical right there, and then that leads to the transition opportunity for the Sun Devils. Excellent defense to offense for Arizona State.
One of the big reasons why Arizona State has played better recently is the defense has improved a lot, Bobby Hurley has told us. He felt like last Tuesday in that win against Kansas, where the Sun Devils never trailed, he said it was the best they had defended all season. The other best game was their other big win of the year against Texas Tech, no surprise.
Well, you wonder why if you play well on defense, it usually gives you a chance to win. So I think those two things kind of go hand in hand. But the defensive part of it is like your attention to detail, and then your energy and effort that you come with. And so in those two big wins, obviously they were more excited or amped up for those games because it's Texas Tech and Kansas, and you're going to play a little bit harder and compete a little bit harder. But that's what this team is doing right now in the first 10 minutes of this game. Baylor now with some pressure.
They got a trap on Mayusin. This is going to be a 10-second count, and it is forced by Baylor, who will do that. They will extend full court after made free throws.
And that's a great switch up by Coach Drew, because conversely, he's looking for his team to get ramped up, get a little bit of juice and energy in the building.
Bobby Hurley counters by reinserting Pig Johnson and Mo Odom to get some ball handlers back on the floor.
Yeah, to your point, that was a great job by Drew, recognizing that the two best ball handlers on Arizona State team were on the bench. Good time to put the pressure on.
4 turnovers aside here, midway through this first half. Skilling scores it. Couple buckets for the Cincinnati transfer, Dan Skillings. Grebovich left alone.
That can't happen, okay? Like if you're Baylor, you just scored, okay, on a baseline out of bounds, and then you come back and you don't know who you're guarding, and then you lose one of the best shooters on this Sun Devil team. That's just a miscommunication and lack of concentration by the Bears defensively.
And again, KYP, know your personnel. You can't lose Grebovich. He is a shooter. Agbim gets bumped and fouled on the floor.
Well, you see them coming down, and they're just in confusion. Nobody's talking. Nobody knows who they're guarding. Looks like miscommunication there by Powell and Ratai. And then it cost him 3 points.
Skillings got caught up in there as well, and a breakdown for Baylor defensively. Arizona State by 10, 8.5 to go in the first half, and Yesufu missed it in tight. Loose ball down to Trevor Best. Pig Johnson hoists and hits. Pig Johnson's second 3, and he's got 8 off the bench.
And again, Arizona State at their best in transition. Coach Drew not happy with his team on the defensive end, calling a timeout.
The lead is 13 for the Sun Devils to kick off this Big 12 tournament.
Well, Pig Johnson has been hot early, gets the little cross match, little hang dribble, and knocks down the three-point shot.
Baylor has 5 buckets total. Arizona State has 5 threes.
Yeah, and they've done it from multiple guys. Pig Johnson has 2 of them. Mayusin has knocked it down. Gribovich has made a couple. They're really spraying the ball around, and that's when they're best offensively. They can spread you out with the shooting on offense, and especially this guy, Pig Johnson, man, what a great story he is and how he's worked his way to the Big 12 level. Okay, here's a young man, played JUCO to NAIA, okay, and now here in the Big 12. And it's fascinating, you know, I listened to this story on him, and they asked him, they said, how did you get here to the Big 12? And he goes, I just worked my butt off daily. He said, when I was in NAIA, I told my teammates I was going to make it big time and play at the highest level. And he said he did it in the gym 3 times a day. He said, with a coach, without a coach, with teammates. But that took the heart and soul and then like the work ethic to get here. And now he's paying it off in a big way for Bobby Hurley's team this year.
He has made famous University of Cumberland, his NAIA school that preceded his stop in Tempe. He's got 8 points. Cam Carr can't answer, and then confusion on the rebound. It stays at this end. And a big assist goes to Bobby Hurley Jr. for finding Pig Johnson. He was perusing the internet, found a video, as Bobby Hurley Jr.'s father told us, some obscure recruiting NAIA website. They liked the video of Pig Johnson, got in touch with him, and he lands with Arizona State in the Big 12.
I love that. That's so cool. And in talking to Bobby Hurley Sr., I asked him what it's like to have your son working with you this year. And he said, man, it's been a true joy to have my son around every single day. He goes, he has a really bright mind for this game. And he goes, like many of these young coaches, he's great with the analytics, the computers, the video breakdowns, and obviously has a good eye for scouting and recognizing talent as he did with Pig Johnson. But he said just that family bond, because like as I've been in this coaching thing, I was in the NBA for the last 8 years, and a great corner 3 there on the baseline out of bounds from Carr. But you miss a lot of family time. So Bobby Hurley, he's been coaching at Buffalo and now at Arizona State, 13 years as a head coach. You miss a lot when your son's growing up. Now you get to have him around on your staff every day and get to see him. Like what a treat it's been for the Hurley family.
Gribovich with a stick back, and the lead back to a dozen for Arizona State. Both Bobby Hurley's enjoying the first 13 minutes of this one, trying to get to the second round. Get a foul away from the ball on Trevor Best, matchup with Cam Carr.
And remember, in the first matchup, this is kind of playing out a little bit of the same. Arizona State dominated the first half. They had a halftime lead at Baylor. And then in the second half of that game, Baylor came back and was able, obviously, to overcome ASU and win at home. But Baylor's going to have to assert themselves on the defensive end. Things are a little bit too easy for the Sun Devils right now.
Again, all 4 games today here on ESPN+. Next up, the 9 seed Cincinnati against Utah, the 16 seed. Okay. Yesufu scores on the baseline out of bounds.
And one thing I'd be frustrated out if I was Bobby Hurley right now, and I think he's really holding it in on the sidelines, that's 3 baseline out of bounds that they've scored on. They've gotten 2 layups and a corner 3. Those things can't happen. It can't be that easy. 1 pass and a score, and then Yesufu, good defense right there, good hands, and he pays it off.
Nice reverse from Tunde Yesufu with a quick 4 for Baylor to get it back down to single digits.
Yesufu's not built like a normal freshman. If you stand by this young man, he has these big, broad shoulders and plays with a sense of physicality.
Out of a 6'5" frame for Tunde Yesufu. High ball screen is a bump on Caden Powell into the back of Masamba Diop.
Well, here's what Baylor will need more of. Just physicality, good hands right there, pressuring the ball after the catch, and then leading with transition offense for Tunde Yesufu, and a sweet finish on the other side of the rim.
His teams met 2.5 weeks ago in Waco, and it was a similar script. Arizona State led by 10 late in the first half. Baylor came back to win at 73-68. Pig Johnson. No. Rebound Agbin. Agbin around the screen. Powell underneath. Bobby Hurley takes a timeout.
It was a subtle thing, but it was a big thing. Agbin dragging out that ball screen. Okay, keeps the defender with him for a step. Yesufu filling in behind, and then they're able to hit the roller. Powell for the dunk.
Little 6-0 run for the Bears. Yeah, dragging out Jop.
So look at that drag ball screen right there. Jop has to stay with him because Agbin is a threat from the three. And then Tunde Yesufu, who shapes up behind. He rolls behind. The tag man has to stay with him. And then a great hard roll by Powell. And he's the recipient of an excellent pass by Agbin.
Baylor's been clicking a lot more recently. I mean, Scott Durr has pointed out that he feels like their last 11 games, they've only had one clunker. It was the game at Kansas State where they lost right after the Jerome Tang move. And look, for Baylor, they've played everyone tough. They've had leads, like we said, on Arizona and Houston by 10 points. And this is the best they've played. And we've seen the offense get in gear as this season's gone along.
Yeah, and for Baylor, the inconsistency hasn't come from just like one aspect. Coach Drew mentioned to us that sometimes it's too many turnovers. Sometimes it's we can't make shots. Some games it's the defense. So it's not as if he could put his finger on one certain thing.
Johnson couldn't haul it in. Agbin couldn't pay it off. And then last touch by Baylor.
And I love the coaching chess match, Mike, okay? So both these coaches out of timeouts have switched their defenses up. This is the second time out of a timeout that Baylor's gone to the press. And now they've gotten 3 turnovers. Remember, they got 1 in front of the Arizona State bench. They got 1 just now, and then now they got an offensive foul.
And that's 2 fouls on Mo Odom.
Well, good job by Isaac Williams just putting his chest in front. Bobby Hurley, as a point guard who has faced a lot of pressure during his lifetime, cannot believe he feels Williams flopped on that.
What makes you say that that's what he thinks?
His facial expression?
Yeah. And he is very strict with 2 fouls in the first half, according to KenPom. Isaac Williams knifed into the paint, follows it up, and Baylor cuts into the margin down to 4.
I might stay with the pressure if I was Baylor with no Mo Odom on the floor.
Your ball handlers are Pig Johnson, Noah Mayusin, and Bryce Ford for Bobby Hurley. Here's Ford. He's missed some time this year with a hip injury. Jop. Tough fall away goes for Masamba Jop.
Man, his improvement in a short amount of time for this freshman from Senegal has been tremendous. Great athlete, runs the floor with fluidity, good shot blocker, and then now showing some of the offensive talent.
Yesufu. No dice from deep. Do you like that shot?
No, it's a bad shot because the offense has been going, let's move the ball side to side, get some other action.
Just like that, back up to 8 for Arizona State. 10 for Pig Johnson, 10 for Andrea Gribovich to lead the Sun Devils. Only 4 combined points from Arizona State's top 2 scorers this season. Mo Odom, who's scoreless and on the bench, and 4 for Jop. Williams responds with a 3.
So here's the difference in the last 2 possessions. 4 different guys touch the ball on that possession right there. Ball goes from the right side to the left side, and you get a corner 3 out of it, rather than a one-pass jump shot from Yesufu on the previous possession.
Back down to 5, approaching 4 to go until halftime. Jop. Step back. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Truitt in the follow.
Great job by Truitt, just positioning himself against Yesufu there, kind of just wedging his way around the basket to get that offensive rebound.
Agbin. Can't hit, and Truitt soared for the rebound.
One pass shot.
Pig Johnson through the contact, no. Tam Carr in transition surveys. A switch from Jop. Carr drives, lost it on the way up, and it'll stay at this end of the floor. and sends us to a timeout with 3+ to go until halftime.
Well, the big fella, Masamba Diop, at 7'1", showing some of the ball handling skills that he's been working on. Gets the little back down, gets to his spot, the sweet fadeaway. And then Isaac Williams with the answer on the other end with the corner three. Baylor Bears hanging around.
With Coach Norm Roberts, Kevin Connors coming up here at the half. We'll talk about the potential #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, A.J. DiBonsa and BYU's chances here this week, plus the top seed we're going to learn the most about. Norm, how does Baylor cut into this lead over the final 4 minutes?
They've got to get some clean stops. They haven't been. They get clean stops. They can get out in transition and run and try to get some easy baskets.
Mike and Miles, what a fun start to this incredible week here in Kansas City.
Kevin, Coach, it absolutely is. You know it's a big event if Kevin Connors is in town, by the way.
No doubt about that. And Coach Norm Roberts, yes, right on cue. They pick up in that full court pressure, not able to turn them over. But the Baylor defense needs to lock down and concentrate for these last 3 minutes.
Yeah, to Coach's point, Arizona State shooting 63% from the floor despite having 7 turnovers. Bryce Ford to the mid-range now.
That was a good job by Skillings denying that ball to Truitt. They wanted to get Truitt in the post there.
Tunde Yesufu still on the bench for Baylor. Carr couldn't get it to Ratai.
You don't need it. 2 guys were there.
6 turnovers now for the Bears.
So right now for ASU, no Pig Johnson on the floor, no Mo Odom. Where do they find offense? Gribovich has been really good, 4 for 4 from the field. See if they can find him on the perimeter.
14 rises again. Comes up short, and the loose ball is last touched by Mikey Ratai. Again, the winner of this game plays tomorrow against the 5-seed Iowa State. Winner of that one gets the 4-seed Texas Tech Thursday in the quarterfinals. The Sun Devils have led by as many as 13 here in the first half. Truitt underneath.
I'm going to have to dive into the playbooks of these 2 teams for baseline out of bounds, because either it's bad defense or these are the most amazing baseline out of bounds plays because they've been unstoppable.
The tight turnarounds for these coaches off games Saturday. It hasn't slowed them down.
Man.
Baylor another turnover. Gribovich with the flush.
Man, how good is Mayusin in the passing lanes? Now, against a shooter, you're technically not supposed to cut or cheat those screens. He's done it twice, but he gets there so quickly, and then he has his hands in the passing lane. He's gotten 2 steals like that here in the first half.
Mayusin got his fingertips on that too. Williams gets fouled. And Noah Mayusin, who they thought was going to be a skilled guy offensively. Bobby Hurley has loved Mayusin's defense this year.
Man, this is not easy to do what Mayusin did. Guarding a guy like Cameron Carr, you're supposed to, like with a shooter, you normally stay body to body because you don't want to give a shooter space. But here, he's tracking Carr. You freeze it right there. Look at that, how he's playing the passing lane right there. Anticipates that it's going to Carr in the corner. Gets his hands there and gets his second steal of the half, doing that exact same thing. Now, I used to be able to make some shots, Mike. I would love for guys to cut the screen like that. It's up to the point guard, has to deliver that pass over the top and read what Mayusin is doing. But credit to Mayusin for getting those steals.
It's just obviously risky defensively to gamble when it's a shooter you're chasing.
Especially when it's Cameron Carr.
Yeah, 40% from 3. Lead back to 10, a trap in the corner, and so a timeout taken by Bobby Hurley and Arizona State, the second one they've used here in the first half. Well, Pig Johnson with 10 points to pace Arizona State along with Andrea Gribovich and his dozen. Johnson with a couple of threes of the 5 that Arizona State has hit in this strong first half.
Well, Pig Johnson, he's one of the best 6 men in this conference. You see the athleticism right there. And then now if you give him too much space behind a screen, he's able to knock it down. And then he's so crafty around the basket. The way he gets to the rim, the left hand finishes there. And then now he gets the mismatch right there. gets Skillings on his heels and knocks down the three-point shot. And if you wonder, like ASU, a team that's, okay, a little bit over 500, Pig Johnson's their third leading scorer, and why he comes off the bench. Okay, Pig was a guy, when he was a starter, he was picking up fouls early in the game. And so they discussed it, and Pig Johnson agreed, like, hey, I can be better if I come off the bench, because I like to see the game, get a feel for how it's being officiated or played, and then bring great energy to the Sun Devil team off the bench. And he's done that all night, and he's wide open right there.
And he goes long, lob, chop!
And I love, you know what Pig Johnson did? He acknowledged the bench or the coaching staff for putting in that play in the backcourt to free them up for the lob. I love that.
Paying his thanks as he restores the lead to a dozen. Carr got a switch. Hits another three. The third for Cam Carr.
Yeah, just a great rhythm dribble jumper. But Gribovich is like holding his hands like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, when a guy like Carr is finding his rhythm like that, you have to close the airspace on him, make him more uncomfortable, send him to the help.
Houston slips and got it back anyway out to Pig Johnson. Mayusin hoists. Cans a three.
He's a good player. Good ball handler as the backup point guard. Maybe the best all-around defender. We've seen the steals. But man, I really like that.
Really struggled to shoot it against Baylor in that first meeting. 1 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. Carr with some space again, and he's got 4 threes.
But it's a subtle thing. Okay, it's a rhythm dribble. We call it a hang dribble. And like when you're doing player development, it kind of just gets a guy on his heels, gets their hands down, and then he elevates over Jop at 7 feet and knocks down the 3.
And Carr's jawing as well, enjoying this. 5 seconds to go until halftime. Jop can't answer. And Yesufu does not get it off for Baylor. Scott Drew coaching up his freshman, Tunde Yesufu. And we hit halftime with Arizona State up by 9 despite the best efforts of Cam Carr's got 15 on 4 threes, enjoying himself. Then he was jawing coming up the floor with Noah Mayusin as he got ready to defend him. Well, good stuff on both sides as we kick off this Big 12 tournament from Kansas City. Baba Miller and Cincinnati are next up. Sun Devils have the lead. We get you to Kevin and Coach.
Mike, what a way to start an incredible week here in Kansas City, Missouri, in what's been an historic season and the best conference in college basketball. We are in store for what figures to be an unforgettable 5 days here in Kansas City alongside Coach Norm Roberts. Kevin Connors, delighted to be here with you. Coach, you were a part of this event for 14 seasons as an assistant at Kansas. We're thrilled to have you a part of our team right here. What a great way to get this event underway.
It is. It's a great atmosphere. They got a pretty good crowd already here. It's going to be a great day.
Arizona State with an impressive first 20 minutes of basketball. We've talked about the 2 different lineups they could put out there. How is their length impacting Baylor in this game?
When they play their big lineup, they're doing a great job of getting in passing lanes, protecting the rim, and it's making it very tough for Baylor because Baylor is not a very big team. So they've been doing a great job of contesting shots and then getting easy baskets on the other end.
And offensively, that three-point shooting from Arizona State has been a major, major factor in this game.
Yeah, they've really shot the ball well, and it's come from different guys. That's not one guy. Johnson off the bench has been fabulous for them. He's attacking the hoop. He's also making threes, and they're really spreading Baylor out.
Remarkable considering, and you see Gribovich knocking down a 3 right there. Pig Johnson, obviously a huge factor in that first half. Mo Odom has not scored a single point through 20 minutes of basketball, and yet Arizona State's in front by 9.
Now that's dangerous. That's going to be dangerous for Baylor because Odom can get heated quickly and can score, can spread the floor as well.
A great start to what promises to be an incredible week here in Kansas City. We've got 5 of Joe Lunardi's top 16 seeds in bracketology in this field. Both Cincinnati and West Virginia with the opportunity to play their way into the field. We've got incredible future NBA talent, including A.J. Bonsa and BYU, who will see in the first game of our evening session. Coach, how can the Cougars make a run in this tournament, of course, without Richie Saunders?
Well, it's going to be important that they get great games from Rob Wright and from A.J. DeBanza. They're the key to the whole team. But they've also got some other guys that need to step up. Kadeem Boop has played very well for them. He's giving them things on the court from the defensive perspective. Bolsovic is a guy that can spread the floor. He can shoot it. But the key is Davis. Kennard Davis is going to be the key to everything for them. They have to get a third scorer, and Kennard Davis is the guy that can do it. That's why they brought him in from Southern Illinois. He's got to be a guy that's very, very aggressive, looking to shoot the three, attacking off the bounce. They need him to be an X factor for their team.
Keep in mind, BYU won the lone regular season meeting with K-State in Manhattan earlier this season. But of course, it's all about A.J. Bonsa, the potential #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and a player Baylor Bears fans knew awfully well, Robert Wright III. When we come back, we'll examine the top 4 seeds here this week. A Texas Tech team that's down a star, but with another one that's emerged. And of course, the regular season champions, Arizona. That's coming up next.
All season, build. This week, improve it.
This should be a lot of fun.
Champ Week.
Well, Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, and Kansas, the top 4 seeds here in this Big 12 tournament. As sterling a group as there is in college basketball, 37 quad 1 wins among them. No one in college basketball has more than Arizona. The top seed here, Norm. Would you be more surprised if Arizona won this tournament or did not win this tournament?
I would say did not. I think they're the most complete team in the Big 12. They're probably the deepest team, and they're probably playing better than anybody else right now.
They've got a couple of sensational freshmen. One of them is Koa Pete.
Koa Pete coming back. His reemergence has been great for their team. He's given them great energy. He can pass the ball. He can score inside. He gives them a presence at the rim. He's really, really playing well for them.
If you want another freshman you're going to learn a lot about, it's Braden Burries. Each of the top 4 seeds are very well-known quantities in college basketball, but postseason play reveals even more greatness. Which of the top 4 teams do you think we're going to learn the most about this week?
I believe it's going to be Kansas, because Kansas is finally healthy. They finally got their whole team together. I think their chemistry has gotten better over the last few weeks. You know, Darren Peterson is playing at a high level right now. He had a great game against K-State. Trey White has been terrific all year for them, so he gives them a third option to go score the ball. And then Badunga has been unbelievable protecting the rim. That's why he was Defensive Player of the Year.
No question about it. One of the best rim protectors in all of college basketball. Norm, we talked about A.J. Bonsa. We're going to see among the top 4 seeds in the league, Darren Peterson, Kingston Flemings, both projected to be top 5 picks. So many stars here this week. Of the top 4 seeds, which player are you most excited to see this week?
I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to say Christian Anderson. I really love how this kid's played. He can score off the bounce. He can get it to the rim. He can shoot the three. He's done a great job with Topping being out, being able to facilitate. And it's tough now. You lose a great player like Topping. That puts a lot of pressure on him. He's scoring 20 points a game. His assists are up. He's shooting the ball still well from the three-point range, 37%. But he is going to be a key. He is going to be a lottery pick.
He's been unbelievable. Donovan Atwell has been outstanding in the stead of J.T. Toppin, who's done for the year with the ACL injury. What a great start it's been from Asamba Diop, and Arizona State in front by 9 here at the break. We're back here in Kansas City. The ACC tournament gets underway later today. Major news. Caleb Foster had surgery on his broken foot. He's out for the foreseeable future. Norm, how does Duke overcome the loss of their starting point guard?
Well, it's a huge impact for them. Leadership, shooting, perimeter defense. But Caden Boozer, that's why they got him. He's a guy that's going to step up. He's ready for this moment. He'll be good.
No Patrick Gungba for Duke in the ACC tournament as well. We're back here for what should be a great second half of our opener from Kansas City right after this.
Welcome back to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Tournament on day one in gorgeous Kansas City on a warm Tuesday in March, where Cam Carr heated up, headed toward halftime, 4 threes, 15 points, and Pig Johnson was great throughout a first half, after which Arizona State leads by 9. We welcome you back. Miles Simon, Mike Monaco with you. Arizona State playing like they got nothing to lose, playing for their head coach in that first half, led by as many as 13, and Pig Johnson's fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, this is a team, they came out with tremendous energy and effort early in this game, and Pig Johnson was awesome. Like, he was so good, so aggressive in the first half. Here, just knocking down threes, gets a little bit of separation. If you have your hand down, he'll make you pay. But here's where he's at his best. He loves to attack and get downhill and finish at the rim. And then right here, now he says, I can do a little bit of everything. I can score, and then I can also drop a dime to my big guy. And then Cameron Carr, he had some answers for the Baylor Bears. When they needed it the most offensively, he knocks down 4 threes. Little rhythm dribble, hang dribble, jump shot, and then one more for good measure over the 7-footer. And then he lets them hear about it. Cam Carr's energy and his shot making keeps the Bears within striking distance.
The redshirt sophomore Tennessee transfer, who yesterday got named third team Big 12. And then Pig Johnson, who you said earlier is one of the best sixth men in this conference, quite frankly, in college basketball too. And he helped power Arizona State to an excellent first half. You see that bottom note, 61% from the floor, and they do all of it without Mo Odom not only not scoring, but not attempting a shot.
Yeah, what a great sign for Bobby Hurley and his team, because you know Mo Odom is going to be aggressive and going to lead this team here in the second half, but for him to not attempt a shot and then to be up by 9 is a great sign for the Sun Devils.
Andrija Grebovic was huge too with 12 points, a guy whose career high is 13. Truitt had a floater roll off, and Grebovic cleans it up.
But that goes to Yesufu right there with a bad gamble on the perimeter, and then that leads to the easy drive and then a numbers opportunity for Arizona State, and they cash it out on the offensive glass. Just have to be solid defensively.
Williams knifing into the paint. No foul called, and Mo Odom pushes.
Odom always has his head on a swivel, man. I loved what he did right there. Didn't have to force the action.
Grebovic with a mismatch. Powell doubles, and Grebovic draws a foul on the baseline. Goes against Isaac Williams, the first on the Baylor point guard. Yeah, let's see if Mo Odom gets unleashed here in this second half after those 2 first half fouls. And as is the norm for Bobby Hurley coach teams, that coincides with a steady stay on the bench. Agbim on Jop, giving up a lot of size. Truitt, shot clock below 10.
Here's where he's at his best.
Odom rises, can't hit. Offensive rebound, Truitt, and he gets fouled by Yesufu.
Man, Truitt's so active right now. Yesufu actually having a tough time defending Truitt. Truitt on the perimeter, crashing the glass. Okay, you got to put a body. Yesufu just gets caught ball watching as Truitt just runs right by him and gets another offensive rebound.
There was a moment earlier this season when Bobby Hurley had a viral press conference moment talking about Arizona State's rebounding struggles. And Santiago Truitt was the guy who really took those personally. It's a guy who has rebounded better since Bobby Hurley basically said, look, we are what we've been all season, and that is not a good rebounding team. But Truitt has stepped up and improved on the glass since then.
You see after free throws, they mix up their presses here, a little 1-2, 1-1. A little diamond pressure. They might look to trap out of that.
Force a turnover, no need for the trap.
Not when they just give you the ball.
8 Baylor turnovers. And again, the press continues to be effective for Bobby Hurley like it was in the first meeting. Mo Odom short again, and this one's off of Cam Carr. If you dealt with foul trouble and you're a guy like Mo Odom, skilled, good shooter, what ways do you work into a game and try to get in your rhythm?
Touch the paint first. Okay, instead of, now the first 3 he took is because it was late clock, but that one you don't need the contested one. Touch the paint like that. Okay, that one doesn't go, but play off 2 feet so you have better balance.
Odom trying to get going for the Sun Devils. Meantime, Cam Carr around and out. Powell attacks, kept it alive. Williams swirls it out and chopped down with a rebound. Mayusin in transition slips again. Harassed by Isaac Williams.
Good pressure by Williams.
Odom summons Jop. Didn't come all the way. Mayusin cuts. Truitt on the baseline, attack with a floater over Powell.
That was actually pretty good offense there. Mo Odom, he set the table on that. He calls up the big in the ball screen. He saw that they were going to blitz or put 2 on the ball, and Jop just stops in the short roll position, and then they played 4-on-3 on the backside.
Williams answers at the rim. That's what Isaac Williams has done great for Baylor, especially over the last month and change, getting to the rim for Scott Drew.
Yeah, he's really played some of his best basketball, 12 points per game over his last 5.
Truitt on a face-up. Yesufu walls him off and forces a turnover. Yesufu calling for it. On the block, got bumped, and we'll get to it at the free throw line. So Tunde Yesufu to the line, a guy 24th on our ESPN NBA draft board. This year has set the Baylor freshman record for points in a season after he was a heralded recruit, number 9 in our ESPN 100, ahead of the likes of guys like Koa Pete. I mean, this was a blue chip guy.
Yeah, Tunde Yesufu, big time scorer from Southern California, Santa Maria High School.
See Truitt here working on that baseline drive. Yesufu splits at the line. So Arizona State by a dozen, first 3.5 minutes out of halftime. Peg Johnson with the post entry for Jop. On the block for 2. Eight points for Masamba Jop.
Yeah, such a great story. Discovered on the courts of Senegal. Okay, this is a young man that went over and was discovered by a Senegalese agent. Okay, named Omar Sow, who saw video clips of him playing in Senegal, in Dakar. And then he ended up moving in with Omar Sow. Omar Sow sent him to Real Madrid organization, one of the best clubs in all of Europe. Okay, and he didn't have success there. And he actually got cut from that organization, went and played for Gran Canaria. And then assistant coach Nick Irvin found Jop, and they brought him over to the States. And man, he has been a diamond in the rough, much better than they expected in a short amount of time.
Cam Carr tried to throw it off Pig Johnson. It found Williams anyway. And we get a stoppage here from one of the officials, Chris Merlot. It'll be Baylor basketball when we come back. Best conference in college basketball has its conference tournament underway, and the prize that looms here in Kansas City.
Trying to go to the Olympics, your life revolves around your training and making yourself better. The KRT Athletic Muscle Cream definitely makes me more confident and makes me want to go further. I started using their cream and my hamstring issues started going away. And so I use it before training, I use it after training. I am religious about this stuff. I want to be an Olympian, but I don't just want to go to the Olympics, I want to win a medal.
Hell of a good.
Seriously? No hell of a good dip?
Whoa, creamy.
A double dip.
Where's Jill?
Hell of a good.
It's not a party without hell of a good.
Hell of a good.
Hello?
Old Trapper Beefs. Pack smash.
My peanut butter and jelly. Ew.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess my ham and cheese didn't make it.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Now that's a great view.
Yep.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Tickets for the 2026 Big 12 Gymnastics Championship presented by Allstate are now on sale. The action starts on Saturday, March 21st, featuring 2 thrilling sessions for the right to claim the Big 12 champion title. The afternoon session starts at 1 Central, noon Mountain, teams ranked 5th through 7th. Then at 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, the top 4 Big 12 teams take the floor under the lights. Don't miss your chance to witness championship moments. Get your tickets now at maverickcenter.com and be a part of Big 12 Gymnastics in West Valley City.
The awards came out yesterday after the Big 12 regular season, and Jaden Bradley wins Player of the Year representing Arizona. Christian Anderson, Most Improved Player. The rebounding menace, Tobe Awaka, Sixth Man of the Year. Tommy Lloyd and the Wildcats, the regular season champs. Transfer of the Year, we'll call it. Newcomer of the Year, Melvin Council was awesome. Flory Badunga, a defensive stud. And then Taman Lipsy and A.J. DiBonzo settles for Freshman of the Year.
Settles. A.J. DiBonzo was an absolute stud all throughout the season.
First team Big 12, well represented with Arizona. DiBonzo, Emmanuel Sharp, the 5th-year senior. Kingston Flemings, another projected top 5 pick. What a season for Joshua Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson, one of the most versatile players in this conference. But how about Braden Burries? I thought he was tremendous in the Big 12 season for the Arizona Wildcats, and he's going to be a key factor for them to make a deep run in March.
Arizona, the top seed of the 16 teams, all here in Kansas City. Dan Skillings turns it over. Pig Johnson through the wickets for Mo Odom. Odom got rid of it.
Good job by Powell.
Baylor's going to have to ratchet it up defensively. Odom around the screen all the way to the basket for his first points.
The pace right there that he played with, okay, didn't come off and have to turn the corner right away. Dragged that screen out right there and then saw the seam and punched it through that gap to get to the rim.
See, his 3 schools went from Pacific for a couple of years to last year's season at Pepperdine and now at Arizona State. Agbin DePaul.
Well, he's a guy that he always wanted to play at Arizona State. Okay, he grew up in the Bronx, but then he moved over to Union City, New Jersey, which I asked Coach Hurley, I said, how far is Jersey City from Union City? He said, man, just walking distance. And Mo Odom obviously knew the history of the Hurley family and wanted to play, and they've just been a perfect fit with each other.
And Odom gets a tip off of Carr here to win it back for Arizona State.
Well, Odom finally gets his first bucket, but look how far he drags it, like 20 feet out. And then Agbin never gets his chest back in front. Odom sees that gap, drives hard to the lane, finally gets his first bucket here in the second half.
Bobby Hurley said to us yesterday, lovingly, he said if it were a pickup game, you wouldn't probably pick Mo Odom. And that he then goes out there and he's got his fingerprints all over the game, like this to Pig Johnson.
And he said you would actually be wrong if you didn't pick him because he's such a winner. He's such a competitor. And I asked Coach Hurley, I said, did you know about him in high school? He said, no, I didn't. He goes, but I wish I did because I would have signed this man a lot sooner. But he said this is as close as he's been with a player in his coaching tenure is Mo Odom and Remy Martin. Those are the 2 guys that he's been tightest with. Then there, you see the vision right there, draws the baseline defender, holds that defender just long enough to deliver that pass with the slow step, and then a great cut by his partner and best friend on the team, Pig Johnson.
From the Bronx to New Jersey to the Big 12. After the illegal screen from Caden Powell, Arizona State trying to add to its lead. Alan McCabe back into the game. He's been playing through an ankle injury recently for the Sun Devils. Jop, too strong on the follow away. Skilling's in transition. He gets fouled by Mo Odom.
Bad defense by Jop. Get back, move your feet, keep the guy in front. Instead, he reaches by the Phillips 66 sign here, and then that leaves a wide open driving lane for Skillings.
So third foul on Mo Odom, and it puts Skillings at the line. 9.6 rebounds a game for Dan Skillings. Missed 4 games with a knee injury. You see the brace on his left knee. And his return has helped just provide some more depth and a deeper rotation for Baylor, who got hit hard by injuries elsewhere even before the season started. And so at times for Scott Drew, it's been a very tight rotation.
And look at this rotation right now. Expect some full court pressure after this free throw. They went with a small lineup now. No true center in the game.
And again with Odom off the floor for Arizona State, Scott Drew senses an opening. Pig Johnson went deep, and Williams picked it from Mayusin. Williams to the basket. Couldn't finish, and the rebound down to Truitt. And then poked away by Williams. Yesufu will get to at the line.
One of the best times to press is when Mo Odom is out of the game. He's the guy that controls the pace and the tempo for Bobby Hurley. And Hurley's like, he's holding his hands up and he's looking at Mayusin like, man, you got to take care of the basketball. Make sure on those passes if you're going to throw it long.
So now it's 3 on Truitt also. If you're Bobby Hurley, knowing that, knowing how Baylor has attacked when Odom's on the bench, how much risk are you comfortable with in terms of foul tolerance for Odom with 3?
It's the second half. So you have to trust Mo Odom that he's a smart player and that he can defend without fouling. You have this 12-point lead. If it gets to single digits here in the next couple minutes, I'm bringing Mo Odom back in the game. I'm not going long because this is one and done time. So you can't really play around. You have to be able to trust Mo Odom to be able to play with those type of fouls.
An Arizona State team that Joe Lunardi has as his 11th team out of the field. So obviously Arizona State would need something massive this week in Kansas City. And it's got to start with 1. Bryce Ford to put it in to Pig Johnson. Ford got it to McCabe to break the pressure. Johnson on the drive, had it blocked by Yesufu.
And now with this smaller lineup in for the Bears, they can do a lot more switching. Okay, Yesufu, good job moving his feet, walling up, and then blocking that shot without fouling.
Here you go, baseline out of bounds. There's been a feast all day on this.
There has been.
Ford, deep one.
Another one. Now that one was more so because Isaac Williams just backed off and dared him to shoot the NBA 3. Because Ford's a 31% three-point shooter, but man, that you don't want to give what we call them dare shots. I don't want to dare a guy to shoot, especially when I'm down double digits.
Yesufu had it ripped away. It belongs to Arizona State. We'll see if Scott Drew, when we come back, wants another look at that.
Well, Bryce Ford just able to line up this three-point shot, take his time off the baseline out of bounds. Okay, the switch, you dare him from deep, and he'll make you pay.
It's day 1 at the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City, and the trophy is on the line. Caden Powell trying to extend his Baylor career, a Waco native. Andrea Gribovich has stepped up for Arizona State and supplied a career high in scoring. Cam Carr had 15 in the first half and drilled 4 threes. And Pig Johnson has been excellent throughout this game for Arizona State. With 12 minutes to go and the Sun Devils up by 14 here in Kansas City. And as you can see on this state-of-the-art LED floor, the play before break is under review. As we thought, Scott Drew did elect to challenge a ball that was initially ruled to belong to Arizona State. And so the challenge is successful. Baylor gets it back, and you need every possession you can get down double figures.
Yeah, and right now, if you're the Baylor Bears, it's not even about offense. It's about imposing your will, playing tougher on the defensive end. Okay, like you got to get like multiple stops, 3-4 stops in a row, try to get out in transition and cut into this lead, get it to single digits.
Where have you seen their breakdowns defensively?
You know, a little bit of energy and effort. You know, just not making the extra rotation plays at times. The last one, just a dare shot 3, is just too easy.
They stick with a small ball lineup. Ratai, Carr, Williams, Skillings, and Agbim. The 5 on the floor for Scott Drew. Cam Carr came up short. Williams, the offensive rebound. Underneath, scores it.
That's a big play right there. Williams, the point guard, gets the offensive rebound. I would love to see them go back to their pressure, especially with Mo Odom not in the game.
Still on the bench for Bobby Hurley with 3 fouls, along with Santiago Truitt. Johnson driving at Ratai.
Such a good driver. Puts his shoulder into the defender right there, into Ratai, to create the separation, the strength right there, and the balance by Pig Johnson.
Told us yesterday, I have never been scared of contact. Says his mindset is always getting to the rim. Ratai gets fouled by McCabe and Gribovich over there as well.
Well, you wonder why. It's a young man that grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, playing football. That's how he got the name Pig Johnson, because he was always going out to play football, and his clothes, he's always coming back super dirty. And right there doing the dirty work and getting to the lane.
The lead at 14 for Pig and the Sun Devils.
All season, build. This week, improve it.
This should be a lot of fun.
Champion.
Those are your top 4 seeds here at the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Tournament. They wait in the quarterfinals on Thursday. And boy, it's looking ahead, but Iowa State, Texas Tech. Should Iowa State get through against the winner of this one, that would be a heck of a quarterfinal game.
Yeah, Texas Tech coming in, they had lost 2 in a row. They had such a great rebound after JT Toppin had gotten hurt. But that will be one of the best matchups here in Kansas City.
Shot clock winding down on Williams, who hits the 3. Isaac Williams doing his part to keep Baylor afloat. He's got 13. McCabe draws a foul. Mikey Ratai. Caden Powell returns. He replaces Ratai in the front court for Scott Drew. Still no Mo Odom on the floor, and Bryce Ford turned it over to Dan Skillings. Agbim. Powell cleans it up. Skillings attacks and finishes. And Bobby Hurley's going to get Mo Odom up, Masamba Diop as well, and Truitt to come back into this game. as Williams commits the foul on Johnson.
Well, you asked me a couple minutes ago, how long would you go without Mo Odom? And I said, if they got this thing to single digits, it's going to be Mo Odom time. And right on cue, Bobby Hurley's going to bring him back into this game.
And Truitt also with 3 fouls, joined by 7'1" Masamba Diop, with Pig Johnson at the line. He started telling the story earlier. Most have heard it by now, but it bears repeating. 3 years old, he told us yesterday. He said, I was playing organized football as a 3-year-old. And his dad approved and knew of it. His mom did not know of it. And so Pig Johnson would go off in his normal clothes, not indicating that he was playing football. Again, as a 3-year-old. And he'd come back with grass stains, mud stains all over. And so his mom found out and gave him the nickname Pig.
Now, organized football at 3 years old. So, I mean, maybe in Alabama, I guess that rings true, right?
I just relay the information.
I get what you're saying.
But straight from the horse's mouth.
I'm involved in a lot of youth sports, but I've never seen any signups at 3 years old.
No Pop Warner?
No, sir.
In SoCal at 3?
No basketball either.
Powell stayed patient from Skillings.
Good footwork from Skillings, drawing the defender on that drive there.
Saw the note, Mo Odom sat for 2:53, and in that time, Baylor had outscored Arizona State 9-6. Lead down to 9 again with Odom returning and scoring around the corner.
Repeat of his first basket of the game. Drags it out to the left side there, and then he drops that shoulder and they're able to turn the corner and get another lay-in.
Tunde Yesufu off the shot fake. Straight to the basket for 2.
Yesufu actually kind of set that up. He said, I'm going to come screen for you to Agbim, set the screen, popped, shot fake, beautiful drive to the rim.
Yesufu now into double figures with 10. And again, it's down to 9. Odom draws a foul on Isaac Williams, and that's 3 on Baylor's point guard.
Well, watch Mo Odom. He's so good in pick and roll. And this is one thing you learn under Bobby Hurley, because you get to play so much pick and roll. Here he gets that ball in the center third, gives a little bit of in and out dribble. That gets Powell off balance. And then no help side defense on the baseline from the Baylor Bears as Odom goes to lay it in easily. Williams playing with more physicality on the defensive end.
Now has to be careful with those 3, though. Mayusin steps in to a 3-2 strong. And a loose ball will send it the other way. Arizona State deliberating. And you see the staff there telling Bobby Hurley not to challenge.
I would go right back to this Tunde Yesufu matchup. The pick and pop.
They go to it.
He's going to post up.
He had gotten the switch on Odom. Gets Odom on him again.
There's the post up.
Yesufu loves doing this, and he goes right to the bucket again.
You could see that coming like a mile away. It's just a matter of how they could manufacture it.
The Baylor crowd gets into it with Arizona State's lead down to 7. Odom nearly turned it over toward Mayusin. Johnson late shot clock. Driving on Agbim. Got it to go.
Big time one-on-one play when they needed the most from Pig Johnson. The offense had gotten really stagnant for Arizona State, and he just makes a play. Now they switch to the zone. That way, this takes away the isolations and the switches, but it doesn't matter. They get it to Yesufu right at the high post, the soft spot. Hurley's upset. They're like, what are you doing? And they're telling Diop, go get that. That's his spot when that ball gets into that Big 12 logo area.
Odom off the screen. Johnson went soaring. Williams ahead of the pack. Lays it in. Odom in the 2-man game with Diop. Chop had it batted away by Powell, and it will stay at this end of the floor when we come back. And some anxious moments for Bobby Hurley and Arizona State with Baylor on an 8-2 run. Mo Odom back into this game, trying to prolong his college career and move on to the second round of the Big 12 tournament. Baylor has already come back on Arizona State once this year and trying to do it again here in the Big 12 tournament.
Well, Isaac Williams really started off this run with a 3 and then an offensive rebound before that, and then Skillings showing his skill set. The layup and then the dime, and then Tunde Yesufu, the best scorer on the floor right now for the Baylor Bears. In attack mode, you post him up against a smaller defender, attacks the 7-footer Jop, gets the finish, and is Coach Drew excited for this run or what? I love that.
Fired up on the Baylor bench. See Tweety Carter in there. Tunde Yesufu at one point had 3 straight buckets, part of 6 straight made field goals for Baylor. If you're just joining us, maybe if you're an Iowa State fan looking ahead to a possible opponent, Arizona State led this game by as many as 15, and you see Cam Carr still on the bench for the Bears. I know you saw a difference in how Baylor defended the high ball screen also with Mo Odom.
Yeah, what they did, the times that he was able to drag it out there more in like a drop coverage. Excellent play on the baseline out of bounds to get Odom to 3. But now they put 2 on the ball on Mo Odom. They want to make the other guys be the playmakers. Don't let him dictate the offense. So the last time he ran a ball screen, they blitzed him or trapped him at half court, and they tried to make Jop the primary playmaker.
4 fouls on Isaac Williams and 17 fouls on Baylor. So Pig Johnson at 77% from the line as the 1-and-1. And he misses on the front end. Williams remains in with his 4 fouls with 6+ to go. Williams on the attack, missed the reverse.
I think he got hit.
Johnson fouled by Agbim. And they'll say it's on the floor, so the 1-and-1 coming.
Yeah, I think Williams got hit on that drive. It's got Drew upset about it, Williams upset about it.
And Pig Johnson right back to the line. Game high 18 points for the native of Midfield, Alabama. And he misses the front end again. Baylor with easy rebounds too on those front end misses.
Well, how come no Arizona State players, it's like they didn't know it's 1-and-1 on both of them. Nobody even stepped in the lane.
Yesufu again trying to get this mismatch on Odom. Kicked it for Skillings. Wide right. Tipped in off Jop's fingertips. And it's a 1-possession game.
If I'm Odom, I attack Williams. You hopefully know that he has 4 fouls.
Odom snaked it, dropped it off for Truitt. Scores it with the right hand.
Okay, so they tried to blitz it, but a poor job by Powell. He gets too overextended. Odom attacks it with the split, and then Truitt with the great footwork and composure around the rim.
Baylor had got it down to 1 possession, as close as they'd been since they were down 8-7. Yesufu, no.
Now, when does Baylor come back with Cameron Carr?
Right now. Just got up off the bench right as you said it. With 5+ minutes to go in this first round matchup.
See, there's the 2 on the ball, and there's the rotation.
Forced Jop. Mayusin knocks it down.
And a smart play by Jop. He got his eyes up, scanned the floor right away, and found Mayusin on the opposite side of the floor from where he was. That's how you beat the rotations and the trap.
4 in double figures now for the Sun Devils, up by 8. Skillings couldn't get free off a screen, so Williams fouls out of the game. With 4:44 remaining, Isaac Williams fouls out.
Well, he goes just shoulder straight down and barrels right into Pick Johnson. It's a good call by the official. And if you're Williams, you have to know you have 4 fouls. You can't go in there out of control. You've been one of the spark plugs and the energy guys during this comeback.
And somewhat amazingly, all 5 of his fouls since halftime.
And you've been the primary defender on Mo Odom. Now Yesufu gets that assignment.
So 24 on 5. Odom snaked it again. Mid-range, good.
That's on Powell. Okay, you have to keep, if you're blitzing the pick and roll or doubling, you have to keep contact with Jop. The split can't happen. It happened the possession before. Can't happen twice. Great job by Odom.
Skilling shut off. Agbim comes to get it. Hoyce can't hit. Carr. Skilling's on the drive. Couldn't lay it in.
Well, a great response by Arizona State after Baylor's big-time run to cut it to a 1-possession game. And it's been Mo Odom playing with a ton of composure out here at the point guard spot.
And now it's Cam Carr on Odom. A switch from Powell. Odom, Hoyce. Can't hit. Battle on the boards, won by Yesufu. Yesufu goes spinning. Nearly lost it. Back out for Skillings, a 3. No. And Baylor is cold from deep, just 1 of 7 from 3 since halftime.
Well, also unorganized offensively because no point guard on the floor with Isaac Williams out.
Mayusin draws a foul on the floor against Cam Carr. And we hit a timeout with 3 minutes to go, and Arizona State up by 10. Mo Odom re-entered this game after his foul trouble, and he's initiating everything for the Sun Devils and trying to get them to advance to a date tomorrow with Iowa State. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Next up, right here on ESPN Plus, 9-seed Cincinnati squares off with 16-seed Utah as Baba Miller, Day-Day Thomas, Jizzle James and company have a lot to play for this week in Kansas City, as much as any of the 8 teams in action here today.
The great thing about March is that you can play your way into the NCAA tournament, and they'll have the opportunity to do that here in the Big 12. They are a dangerous team. Baba Miller, one of the best and most underrated players in the Big 12.
Second team Big 12 choice yesterday for Wes Miller. Meantime, here in the first game of the day, Miles Simon, Mike Monaco, our entire crew with you with 3:04 remaining. And Arizona State, the 12 seed, up by 10 on the 13 seed Baylor. Noah Mayusin at the line for the Sun Devils. Again, the highs recently for Arizona State this season have been good. Mid-February, that win against Texas Tech, a court storming in Tempe, and then last Tuesday, a win against Kansas by 10. Never trailed in that game.
No point guard on the floor. Nobody went to help get the ball in bounds.
With Isaac Williams having fouled out of this game. Agbim, Carr, Yesufu, Skillings, and Powell, the 5 for Scott Drew. Carr drives and scores it off the glass, and his first point since halftime.
So they put their 2 best players in a side pick and roll right there with Yesufu and Carr.
And a foul here goes against Dan Skillings.
Well, here you see on the left side of the floor, they run the little side pick and roll. They get the switch that they want. Carr does a good job of attacking that gap and makes a very difficult shot over the top of Jop. Again, attacks the gap, gets nice and low, good elevation, sweet touch, and soft touch off the glass there.
Carr had such a great first half, such a good finish to the first half, but has been quiet since. Masamba Diop to the line, 73% free throw shooter. Seemed like Baylor was rather eager to commit that foul and put Diop at the line.
Yeah, Diop is not a super poor foul shooter. He's at 72%. But they get 1 out of 2.
10-point game, 2.5 to go.
Yesufu wants the same action. Just the side pick and roll, see if they can get the switch.
He cleared out Agbim, and then Carr gets fouled by Pig Johnson. 5 team fouls on Arizona State. Bobby Hurley trying to get this team to the second round with everything that has swirled around him this season. Carr, short. Powell the offensive rebound. Agbim can't hit. Loose ball, battled for along the sideline and rescued by the Sun Devils. They got a trap on Diop, but a foul committed by Baylor.
I think it's too early. You got over 2 minutes left in this game. I think you have to play the stops game first for at least a couple possessions.
Yeah, 2 possessions in a row where there have been quick fouls from Baylor. Diop back to the line. And Diop is good on the first.
And Diop with a full offseason because he didn't get over to the Arizona State campus until September. With a full offseason of being in the weight room, nutrition, and just on-court skill work, man, this guy has a very bright future.
And Bobby Hurley thinks he could be a first rounder. Carr short, and another foul committed by Baylor.
Now here's the thing about taking those shots, okay? If you're Cameron Carr, you can attack the paint or the rim because a lot of times in these situations, the team that's in the lead, what is their staff and players always yelling? Don't foul, don't foul. Go to the rim, touch the paint, try to get a layup, or if the defense draws in, then try to kick to open threes.
And Baylor as a team, 6 of 25 from 3 for the game, 1 of 10 in the second half.
Now Carr's still complaining. He's complaining that he got hit on the arm, but at this point, you got to move on to the next play. They didn't call it.
Truett splits 77% this season, and Arizona State extends a little bit of pressure. Agbim the corner kick. Carr is fouled by Mayusin. 6 team fouls on Arizona State.
Now that's a best case scenario, okay? I know they're not going to the line yet, but 2 times attacking right there. Now you draw the foul. Do it again. One more time. Touch the paint. Arizona State's going to try to play defense without fouling.
Again, this game has some similarities to the regular season meeting won by Baylor, where Arizona State really had to work to get to the finish line. Baylor did as well down the stretch, getting that 5-point win at home. Skilling's the kick. Agbim got it. Finally a 3 for Baylor.
Touch the paint, relocate, open 3.
And Bobby Hurley will take a timeout. Now has 1 remaining with 1:36 to go. So, Big 12 tournament getting started. Great action coming all week here in Kansas City. Miles Simon, Mike Monaco back with you here from T-Mobile Center. I think it's been really impressive from Arizona State. We know what their high end has been this year, that they can beat some of the giants, not just in this conference, but in this sport. But they've come out in this game and looked really sharp.
Well, they embody their coach. Bobby Hurley, one of the greatest competitors in college basketball history, and he exudes that onto his team. There's not a night that Arizona State doesn't come out and compete and play really hard. And they did that today here, and that's why they have this lead and trying to advance here in the Big 12 tournament.
And we asked Bobby Hurley yesterday about going through this season, knowing you're in the final year of your deal. He talked about how he's tried to make it all about the players. We asked him if it's been hard, And he said, yeah, it has been a weight for him. He said it was very emotional beating Kansas. That was their final home game of the season. Said in moments like that, you get sentimental. And yet it's been so cool to hear the player side of it. Guys like Mo Odom and Pig Johnson and Bobby Hurley's family being a part of this as well. Wife you're watching, his son on his bench. They're trying to get to the finish line as Skillings lays it in. And still with 90 ticks to go, it's a 7-point game.
Don't foul. Play this possession out. Be smart. Don't foul.
And Agbim and Carr go right away trying to commit one on Pig Johnson.
It's a three-possession game. You still have time. But yeah, you know what's hard about it? Okay, so like I coach for the Phoenix Suns with Frank Vogel, and you know what's hard about it for Coach Hurley? Because he's going to be ultimately fine. Yeah, he'll probably get another head coaching job at some point. He's been an excellent head coach. But the things you worry about your players, which he has expressed that sentiment, but you also worry about your staff and like where they're going to be, where they have family. It affects so many people on down the line. Like I coached for the Phoenix Suns, and we got fired after one season. My family had been uprooted from Southern California, and Frank Vogel tells me to this day, like he still worries about my family and like the repercussions of that. So you know that Bobby Hurley cares a ton, and this profession is not easy, and it's unforgiving at times.
He just got a split from Pig Johnson. Leads at 8.
Good double team by Jop, not giving up the three.
Yesufu off target. Powell finally kicks it out. Agbim for 3. No. And tipped by Jop to Odom. Jop stayed strong and then gets fouled by Obi Agbim. Boy, Baylor has had looks at it too. They just haven't been able to knock down enough threes here in these last few minutes.
Yeah, it hasn't been their night, but credit to Arizona State. The defense that they've played for this 40 minutes today has been some of their best of the season. Jop wants the ball wiped off, so it's too wet.
We can get a towel, please.
But Arizona State has been locked in defensively. They've done a really, really good job. They've been in their gaps. They've made those threes contested and tough to make. And then offensively, they've gotten contributions from a ton of guys tonight. Truitt, Johnson, Mayusin, Jop, Gribovich, all in double figures. 5 guys for the Sun Devils. Balanced performance.
And should they finish this off with 51 seconds remaining, they would get an immediate another look at Iowa State.
Now, Iowa State beat them by 20 points, but that was also on senior day in Ames. Now the Cyclone crowd, they will travel well down here to Kansas City.
Long rebound, Yesufu, he'll put it up, miss it, tipped around. Odom got to the loose ball and got fouled by Obi Agbim. Yeah, it was 86-65 Saturday at Hilton Coliseum. Bobby Hurley said, whoa, as far as atmospheres go, he had so much praise for experiencing the Hilton Magic. And would get a rematch with TJ Otzelberger's team tomorrow. What'd you say about those Cyclones fans?
Oh, they're going to
show up.
Oh, they're going to show up in droves. I know this is your first experience Big 12 tournament?
It sure is.
Oh man, Cyclone fans are real. Cyclone fans are real. Some of the best in the country.
Already doing their advanced scouting.
Yeah, and they got a great team to root for. A Final Four contending team. Taman Lipsey, Joshua Jefferson, Momcilovic, one of the best three-point shooting team. And I'm going to bring that. I'm going to get that shirt for you too.
Please.
Yeah. You can wear that when you call a game in Ames next year.
That is sharp. Odom good to make it an 11-point lead. Cam Carr gets fouled by Mo Odom. So 4 on Odom. And Cam Carr has the 1-and-1 coming. Think about this Baylor team, meanwhile, in danger of finishing up 16-16. a program that's been so dominant these last number of years. They haven't missed the NCAA tournament since 2018. Dealt with some injuries this year. Felt like they were playing their best basketball late in the season. And we'll see what happens with the likes of Cam Carr and Tunde Yesufu and their futures.
Well, this is a program Scott Drew has been through the fire for many years. Like you mentioned, 23 years here in Waco. National championship coach, knows how to recruit, knows how to X and O out there. And then it'll be a matter of retention. Do Carr and Yesufu stay or turn pro? Does Isaac Williams stay in the program? That's what a lot of teams are going to be answering over the next couple weeks on who they can keep in their program.
Mo Odom gets fouled. What do you think about the prospects whenever it is time for the next level for Cam Carr and Tunde Yesufu? How do you think both those guys will be as pros?
I think Cam Carr is going to be a really good pro. I think he's a prototypical shooting guard. Okay, he can shoot on the move. We've seen the off the dribble stuff. He's actually a very good, he's a good defender. Okay, active hands. He is an NBA level, high level athlete. Okay, and then Tunde Yesufu, man, he's still learning the game. Okay, he just came to the United States in 2015. Okay, his best basketball is still way in front of him. Okay, this is a guy who has big shoulders, like an NBA body, 6'5", can handle the ball, smart player. Both of them going to have long NBA careers, in my opinion.
Carr rises, he hits, as Bobby Hurley was screaming, "Don't foul," sternly. And turned over, but Agnew is out of bounds on the sideline. That could have been interesting.
Get one more ball handler in the game and a good free throw shooter in Ford.
He replaces Santiago Truitt for Bobby Hurley. A trudge to the finish line for the Sun Devils. And now a question of, I believe they're discussing where the inbound pass will come from after that change of possession.
So if you're Baylor, full denial, okay? Switch everything. Switch to deny. And Jop for ASU needs to make himself available at 7-2, flashing to the basketball.
Getting a clock adjustment as well. And then Pig Johnson just clarified with Doug Sermons about the ability to use a timeout with one remaining. Into Mayusin.
They called out of bounds, and it was going to be a backcourt either way.
So it does go back to Baylor after all that with 19 seconds still to go.
I would attack for a layup because you have to score 3 times.
Carr instead tried to drop foul, didn't get it on Jop. Yesufu lost the handle, and then Jop throws it away. This is wild.
And Bobby Hurley's looking at Jop, and Jop said, "My fault." And Hurley just saying, hold on to the ball and shoot the free throws.
Our pets' heads are falling off. 9.3 seconds left. Baylor not done quite yet. Carr shut off. A lob for Yesufu. Shot fake. No. Skilling's out for Carr. He gets fouled by Mayusin.
That's insane. Just let him shoot the ball.
As protracted a final 2 minutes as you could have in a game. And in the world of college basketball, that's saying something.
Okay, look, the couple ways you can use this if you're Bobby Hurley, and you might just want to move on to the next thing. But why are you jumping there? Okay, just let him shoot the basketball. There's only 2 seconds left in the game, and you're winning by 7 points. But like, I would use that as like, hey, end of games. Like, it might be closer at some point. We have to be smarter, disciplined with our closeouts. But you can use it as a teachable moment.
In the meantime, Cincinnati waiting to get on the floor. And they're staring at the screen like all of you with 1.9 seconds remaining, ready to lock horns with the 16 seed Utah.
Waiting in the hallways is like the longest, like 10 minutes or 15. Like this game should have been over already. And Cincinnati, you know, they're just ready to get back at them, and Utah just ready to get out on the floor. I've been in those situations where you're just the second game in the NCAA tournament. And man, those are just like anxious moments because you want to start getting out and get your game going.
And Bobby Hurley ready to exhale at some point. He said to us yesterday, sometimes after games, I go to dark places. He said Mo Odom has helped him with that. Mo Odom will send him texts and try to reel him back in.
He helped him send him to the dark place, or he helped him get out of it?
Perhaps both. Mo Odom, though, often the one to bring him out of it.
Yeah, I believe that.
Carr hits. And Scott Drew will take a timeout with 1.9 lengthy ticks remaining from T-Mobile Center. Well, if you're flipping around and maybe just settling into this one and getting ready for Cincinnati and Utah coming up next, one of the stories of this game, Pig Johnson, 19 points, 6 rebounds off the bench, and another great showing for him against Baylor.
Pig Johnson was so good. His energy and effort, and then his aggressiveness on the offensive end has been tremendous for Bobby Hurley's squad. There you see just a big boy drive in the shoulder. Beautiful cut out of the corner. But he was the difference maker when offense was a little bit struggling in the first half and Mo Odom didn't attempt the shot. It was Pig Johnson that put this team on his back.
So with that, the player of the game brought to you by Phillips 66. Pig Johnson for Arizona State. 5 in double figures for the Sun Devils. Now and they're going to go 5 on the baseline.
Yeah, 5 on the baseline. Okay, little football set right here. Somebody's going to cut across, right across Mo Odom and try to get that basketball. And there it is.
To Pig Johnson, who tosses it up. And Arizona State wins it. Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils are still alive. And they move on to the second round, where they will get a rematch just a couple of days later against Iowa State, the 5 seed here in Kansas City. Bobby Hurley's ride continues. So does Mo Odom's in college. Cam Carr had a fabulous season with Baylor, who was 1 and done here in Kansas City. Battled to the bitter end of this one, but they fall 83-79. Well, so Arizona State moves on.
Yeah, what a fun matchup that's going to be. That backcourt matchup of Johnson and Odom, and then Lipsey and Torrey, that's going to be a great matchup tomorrow.
Can't wait, and we still got plenty more to come here today on ESPN Plus with 3 more games from the Big 12 tournaments. Starts next with Utah and Cincinnati, so flip over there on ESPN Plus, and we'll be with you for that one. For Miles Simon and our entire crew, led by Joe Taylor and Mike Roy, Mike Monaco saying thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon from Kansas City.